Welcome back, another episode. Accused Jiro Tamura won your heart in Season 1, Episode 11. He is unquestionably sympathetic. His paranoia did occasionally get out of control, but those episodes were understandable, though a little illegal. The performance by Ian Anthony Dale was powerful. Jiro's survivor guilt served as the episode's main focus. It was evident in every moment that he felt terrible for having survived the accident that had damaged his brother's mental abilities. The shame of leading such a lovely life while your mother and brother are reduced to the roles of caregiver and patient can only be imagined. He bemoans the possibility that he might have been the one, and his remorse at his achievement is overpowering. Did he feel this way constantly, or did his mother's passing cause a change in his emotions? When his Accusation passed away, was his peace destroyed? Sam was treated badly in the episode, and he was also confined, tormented, and beaten. His mother passed away as well. She was much more than simply his mother to him, too. She served as his caregiver, nurse, cook, and perhaps his greatest friend. She was likely his interpreter as well, due to his linguistic barriers. The accident caused so many losses for his character. Sam, the oldest sibling, may have had a family and pursued a job. That knowledge also carries a sense of grief. The full extent of Sam's mental capacity is unknown. Although we cannot tell how much he comprehends or feels, the dread on his face is obvious. Takashi Yamaguchi performed superbly with very few words. Sam's sorrow, anxiety, and plight were palpable to us, and that gave Jiro's paranoia some justification in the eyes of the viewers. It was clear that the group home employee thought little of Sam's slurred English. He immediately gave off the impression that he was repulsed by Sam and disinterested in Jiro's worries. Although Kip posed a threat, there was evidence that he was mentally unstable. The first worrying indication that Jiro's emotions were out of control was Jiro's combative behavior with him. The wrong individual was the target of Jiro's justified paranoia. The misdirection that Accused uses to keep the audience wondering about the charges was prominently displayed in this episode. The initial assumption is usually murder, but once Leon was assaulted, the assumption became assault. When Sam fell into the pool, the deception continued. I thought Jiro was being blamed for his brother's harm or demise at this point. Thankfully, they didn't keep us waiting too long to discover Sam was still alive and well. Jiro was grieving, and grief can cause us to act in ways we wouldn't normally. Were they tasks that made sense? No. Jiro made a mistake by having his wife search the district attorney database. That was against the law and might have destroyed her job. If he had any reservations or worries, he might have taken his brother to another clinic right away. Instead, we see how sadness may cause you to fixate and worry over things while ignoring what is most crucial. Jiro's wife volunteered to carry the bento box she had prepared for his brother along with the girls. He was unable to give up this responsibility due to his desire for control, even if it might have saved his brother's life. Was his attack on Leon justified? He believed there was a danger to his brother's life. Jiro reacted in what might have been a natural way when Sam yelled "bad guy," and there was a brief recognition that Leon was the abuser. The fight had an odd, intensely passionate, and ferocious vibe. Every strike was like paying the price for failing to defend his brother. The burden of Jiro's guilt fell on Leon. Jiro has finally overcome it at this very moment. While saving his sibling, he neglected his job. His boss did not have time for his family drama because he was entirely preoccupied. We don't observe his endeavors to assist his family in getting better, even though they were also having trouble. In particular, Layla, his oldest daughter, was in trouble. She may have been grieving because of her sarcasm and contempt for everything. Sarah, his wife, was prepared to forego her profession and employment in order to ease his concerns. She ultimately caved too soon. Her actions weren't intelligent or helpful in identifying the offender. Jiro was emotionally all over the place. His desperation led to a breach of trust by hacking into the private database of the district attorney. That was the worst thing he did, in my opinion. Jiro needs therapy, as usual with this series. Jiro's problems found their way to the office. Even though his customer was a jerk, Jiro lost his composure around Vidla despite his typical poise and composure. I enjoyed not having to wait to hear the decision. It was wonderful to see Sam with his family, safe and content, and it was such a relief when the story had a happy ending. Although the episode did not generate as much controversy as the rest of the series, it was still important to have this discussion. This episode did exactly what the show does, which is to draw attention to problems that have an impact on our culture. Do you hold the administrator responsible for Sam's mistreatment and abuse? Could she have looked into Jiro's claims or believed him sooner? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe our channel.